Somebody once told me the world is gonna roll me.
Hey friends, how's it going? I'm Armand and I'm going to teach you how to use Burn Guardian decently in SPVP. This is basically an extreme burst build that most people can't handle. The combo is extremely simple and you don't really need to switch weapons. First off, check out the build in the details section below. I follow it exactly as it's put. Next we're going to go over the skills. The build uses Scepter Torch as the main weapons and Sword Focus as the secondary weapon set. The main focus on this build is Scepter Torch. When I change weapons, it's to go on the defense. To go in depth on the skills, I'll start with Scepter Torch. The first skill is your basic auto attack, and all it does is it sends a homing orb missile that does a pretty good amount of damage. While you're waiting for cooldowns, just run around a little bit and let the auto attack home in. The next skill, Smite, is an AoE damage skill that for a second or two does AoE damage in the targeted area. The third skill is Chains of Light, and it's one of my favorites. It causes immobility and vulnerability. This makes it extremely easy to apply more burning to an opponent, and overall makes them panic. It also makes them easy to pick off for your team. Zealot's Flame is this build's bread and butter. You press the skill and stand next to them. Apply about 4 to 5 stacks of burning before its cooldown starts. And if you time it correctly, you can use the skill more than once to send out a ball of flame that attaches 3 stacks of burning along with what you already applied. The last skill is Magical Flames. It's a channeling skill that I use when everything else is on cooldown. It also cures conditions on allies, which is an added bonus to the damage that it does. We're going to move on to sword skills. The first one is the basic auto attack, which ends with an AoE strike. The next skill is a teleport that does damage and blinds. Zealot's Defense is a channeling damage skill that sends out projectiles while destroying incoming projectiles. You kill the fuck out of those rangers, you guardian you. Ray of Judgment sounds out a ray that blinds and damages foes while giving regeneration and curing one condition off allies. The main skill used would be Shield of Wrath. It's the 5th skill. It blocks 3 incoming attacks, and when the shield is broken, it does AoE damage. The main thing here is the 3 attacks that it blocks. You can basically stomp someone without worry because you got that shield. Moving on to utility skills, Shelter is your heal skill and should only be used in emergencies or when someone is trying to combo you down. Like a thief, since you block all attacks while you channel, and you end up giving yourself a burst heal at the very end of it. Judge's Intervention is a teleport that applies burning, and with this build it gives you fury at the same time, which is really useful. Purging Flames is an AoE skill that you should drop on yourself or enemies. It lasts about 6 seconds and is considered a flame combo field. It cures conditions while burning enemies caught in its ring. Contemplation of Your Purity is for the pesky condition spamming Necro that you see all the time. Don't like 50 conditions on you? Turn them all to boons at the click of a button. Final skill is Renewed Focus. It's your ultimate skill and I think it's incredibly useful in PvP situations. The way you use this is the same as your heal. It makes you invulnerable to all damage while recharging F1 through F3. While you charge this skill, you can use F1 through F3 without breaking the channel, immediately recharging them when you stop channeling and letting you use them a second time right after. For the new players, F1 has a passive where you apply burning every couple of attacks. On use, it gives you and your allies 1 instant burn on the next attack a foe receives. F2 passively heals you. Don't use it unless of emergencies. The use instantly heals you by a small amount, but you probably gain more if you let it sit. F3 passively gives you Aegis every 60 seconds, and on use it gives you and your allies an instant Aegis. Aegis is a boon that blocks 1 attack. The way this combo works is as such. You run into combat with all your skills available, and pop your 4 skill on your scepter. Immediately use F1 and Judge's Intervention, and then after a second, press 4 again to apply an instant 7 to 10 burning. You should spam your skills as you see fit for the situation. Use Purging Flames first before using Contemplation of Purity because Necros will change all your boons if they get a chance to. When you critically hit, you should automatically have an instant Zealot's Flame, and if you have your Scepter equipped, you'll be able to throw it and instantly reuse it. The passive comes from your masteries and does not trigger the cooldown of the actual skill. Once your target is down, stomp them if you can, don't stop, and move to your next target. A common misconception is that Guardians are very tanky, when in fact they are extremely squishy for a heavy armor class. Their health is on average very low, and the trade-off is that they're able to convert a lot of things into boons, which help regulate them and keep them alive. If you stop to stomp someone in PvP, you're most likely going to get downed, and you will die because everyone will hate you for playing Burning Burst Guardian. With this, I wish you luck in game. Don't forget to hit like at the bottom of the video if you enjoyed it, and subscribe for more related content for Guild Wars and many more games to come. Enjoy the rest of the video, which demonstrates examples of the build and its uses.
Alright, stop. Pajama time. Come here, little kitties, on my lap. Guess who's back with a brand new rap? And I don't mean rap as in a new case of child molestation accusation.